All right, so we are doing a Tabata workout today. Surprise. So 20 seconds of work, 10 seconds of rest. It's 4 minutes for each exercise. So lots of people will kind of play with this, and you can certainly experiment. But tonight we're going to do a true Tabata where it's just one exercise for that full 4 minutes. So it's going to be 8 rounds of that exercise. The first 20 seconds of squats feel really easy, right? You're like, this is no big deal. Did I say 8 minutes? It's 8 rounds, 4 minutes. Anyway, the first 20 seconds, you're like, okay, 20 seconds of squats is nothing. By the time you get to like the fifth or sixth repetition, that's when it starts to like get more challenging and you kind of have to dig in a little bit. So just keep in mind that that's the goal of a Tabata is to kind of get you to that point of muscle exhaustion by the end of the 4 minutes. It's more of like that hit style where you're doing bursts of work followed by rest, but it's not quite as intense. You could do hit and Tabata at the same time, but everything we're going to do today is less intense than like a jumping, no jump squats, no jumping. Well, we'll do jumping jacks to warm up, but we're not going to do jumpy stuff. We're going to stick with like lower cardio stuff today. So just a different format. It's a really good one for when you're on vacation because you can do it with body weight. All you have to do is set a 20-second timer. So this is a really good like on the road workout. So yeah, come on up to your feet. Let's get started with a warm up. I think most of you guys were on already. I have a slight fever, so I'm just gonna like sit here today and not work out with you, but I will be timing and watching. So jumping jacks are first, 30 seconds, ready and go. Um, nice. T doesn't want me to check her form. You've got your muted back or your like blurry background on for like work stuff, I'm assuming. So when you back up to do your jumping jacks, now you're just like a blur doing jumping jacks. Um, 5 seconds left. And squats. Good. You don't have to get super low, just getting the hips warmed up. Open everything up. Oh, you're back now. You're closer to the screen. Yay. So my mom is legally blind, and when you were doing jumping jacks, T, I just imagined that that's what my mom, because she always talked about how like on the when we were little and went to the beach, she would put us in really bright colored bathing suits because she could see color, but she couldn't see like our faces. So we'd all be in like bright orange or bright green or whatever. We had a theme every year. And good mornings. A little bit of a bend in the knees, hands come behind the ears and hinge forward. So that's what I saw was just like your bright green shirt doing jumping jacks and like no limbs, just a body. Oh my God. Bronx is, Verona is just hanging out. And Bronx is like going to town on a bone over there. And it's so loud in my ear. And torso rotations. Bring your hands to the front. Twist through the center. Let your heel come off the ground. Good. Feel this through the whole side of your body. Nice work. We are back at Loyola tomorrow morning. So if you haven't run there yet, um, and relax. Good. Quick sip of water if you want it. Let me get the timer pulled up. Do, do, do. Tabata. There we go. Rest between sets. Okay. All right. Okay, so first up, we're going to do lower body. So you have your choice of squats, lunges, or RDL. Now, your RDL, you could go single leg or both legs together. So if you're going both legs together, it's going to be a lot like a good morning. In fact, it can just be a good morning, or if you have a dumbbell or a kettlebell, you can grab it and add some weight. You can also do these single leg where you'll be on one leg for the first 2 minutes and then we'll switch. You'll be on the other leg for the next 2 minutes. Or you can do lunges. And for the purposes of lunges with this workout, we're going to alternate. So you'll be doing both legs the entire time. So squats, lunges, or RDLs. Pick your poison. I'm going to put the phone next to the computer so you should be able to hear the nice buzzer that'll beep at you every 20 seconds. All right, ready, set, and go. Oh, nope, sorry. I lied to you. That one was 45 seconds. That's not what I wanted. Ah! Tabata, maybe? Yeah, there we go. Okay, here we go. Ready, set, and go. This timer's what I want. Good. I see some squats. I see some single leg. Claire, you're doing single leg? Yeah. All right, you've got 5 seconds left. Let's see if you can hear the buzzer. Good. Rest. 10 seconds. Just kind of shake it out. If you're doing a single leg activity, stick on the same leg and go. Good. We'll do 2 full minutes on the one leg and then switch to the other leg. Nice. Claire, I was going to say Claire on the left side of my screen, but that's not helpful. And rest. Claire back. Like, make sure you're pushing your knees out a little bit more in your squats. Okay. And go. So as you squat down, if you're doing squats, a lot of times your knees start to come in. Really use your inner thighs to keep the knees open so that as you go down, you're also pushing out. Yeah, good. It can be really helpful to do squats with a band above the knee. And rest. Good. You've got one more on this side if you're doing single leg. Already almost halfway through. And go. Good. Back to work. It's kind of interesting how short 20 seconds feels, or how long, I mean, 20 seconds can feel compared to how short 10 seconds feels when you're doing Tabata. You're like, what? And good. If you're doing single legs, start to get balanced on that other leg, switch the weight over. And go. Good. For all of you on single leg, keep your hips squared off to the ground. Don't let your hip open up. So you're keeping it here rather than here. Ooh. Good. And rest. Almost there. 3 more rounds. Claire and Nicole with the squats. This is when it starts to get like frustrating and you're like, why did I pick this? And go. Good. So obviously lots of variations with Tabata. You could do one where 1 minute you do lower body, the next minute you do upper body, the third minute you do core, the fourth minute you do balance, and you do the same 4-minute chunk and rest over and over again. It's really just playing with the timing of 20 seconds on, 10 seconds off, and go. The other thing I like to do, and those of you that have done strength with me before, you know, I tend to prefer a 40-second interval. You just get, you know, by the time you get balanced in the 20 seconds, you're like, and my 20 seconds is over. So sometimes I will do 40 seconds on with 20 seconds rest, and then you only have to do the exercise 4 times. Good, relax. And go. Good. Last one. Last 20 seconds here. Then we'll move on to upper body. Good. Nice work, guys. 10 seconds. Almost there. This is it. You've got 5, 4, 3. Rest. Good. You've got 1 minute. We're going to upper body next. So your choices for upper body, you've got push-ups, lots of variations. You can do them elevated on a table or a couch or a chair. You can do them on the wall. You can do them on the ground. Push-ups are one option. Superman is another option where you lay on your ground on the ground on your stomach. You lift up your legs and your arms at the same time, really getting into the back. Bicep curls, if you've got weights or bands, you can do bicep curls or tricep dips. Same thing. You can use a chair, you can use a coffee table. If you don't have that, you can do them just on the ground from a crab crawl position. And you're just bending your elbows to lower your butt down. So 10 more seconds, start to get set with whatever exercise you want. I see some weights for curls. I see Nicole going for Superman. I'm going to guess Lindsay went to get, oh, there she is. And go. Good. 20 seconds to work. Push-ups, Superman, bicep curls, or tricep dips. Good. Yep. Good. Lindsay, if that feels weird on your shoulders, yep, bring your arms out in front of you. Good. And rest. If you want an extra challenge with the weights, you can hold just in the center for your 10 seconds of rest. If your weights are light, but if your weights are heavy, enjoy your 10 seconds. Good. Back to work. I can tell Claire's are not light because she set them completely down during her 10 seconds. Good. Yeah, those of you doing Superman. 2, 1, rest. Good. You've got the straight lift and lower. You can pulse. You can also just hold it up for 20 seconds and go. Good. Back to work. If you're doing Supermans and you want to do a swimmer where you kick your arms and your leg, you can kind of play with the variations as long as you keep the base of the exercise the same. Nice. And rest. Good. Bicep curls. As you start to get tired, what can happen is you can do a lot of swaying your body and go as you try to get the weights up. So if you feel that happening, just kickstand your feet so that you're on the toes of your back foot. Really use your core. That's going to help you stay steady as well. Good. Elbows staying close to the body. 5 seconds. And rest. You're halfway. We've got 4 more of these. Almost there. Good. Grab those weights and go. For the Superman peoples, if you want to try next round, keep your feet on the ground and just lift your upper body up. You'll be able to get up a little higher, a little more into the lower back. You can try that variation and rest. You can also be like, shut up, Jesse. The point of this is that I don't have to think and I just do the same thing 8 times and go, which is true. So you can also just ignore me and keep going. Good. You've got less than 5, 3, 2, 1. 2 more times, 2 more here. Then we'll switch to balance. Your arms will get a break in that one. And go. Good. Last 2. Last 40 seconds of work. Nice job. I find it a lot harder when I keep my feet on the ground. Try to press the tops of your feet into the ground for the Supermans. See how that feels. And rest. Good. 1 more. Here we go. And work. Good. Last 20 seconds on this set. Nice job. Good. Everyone looks great. You've got less than 10. 3, 2, 1. Good. Rest. All right. For balance, couple options. Standing fire hydrants is one of them. So that's when you get balanced on one leg with your thighs together and you're lifting one leg out to the side. Now, because we're working on balance more than strength, we will alternate each time because I don't want you to get too comfortable on one leg. I want you to be switching up the balance. So standing fire hydrants. The other option is calf raises. So Couple variations of those. There's just the basic one leg. Ooh. So you can go one leg with the leg in the air or one leg with the toes down, alternating each time. Then the other one I put on the list is step ups. These are probably easier if you're outside, not inside, but if you have a dining room chair close by, you could do step ups on like a dining room chair. So a step up is just where you're stepping up onto the bench or the curb or the chair, drive the other knee up. I have nothing to stand on to show you in this room. But yeah, the other one that I didn't put on here because I was like, no one's going to know what it is if they're not. Oh, yeah, stairs, Claire. Thank you. If you have a staircase close by, step ups. There we go. You can do ABCs, and that's just where you get balanced on one leg. It's like ankle circles, but you spell the ABCs with your foot. So those are your choices. Start to get ready. We've got 5 seconds till the timer goes off. You can do calf raises, you can do fire hydrants, you can do ABCs, step ups, and go. Good. Whichever one you're doing, go for it. Good. I see calf raises. I see step ups. Nice. Nobody likes fire hydrants, huh? And rest. Good. I guess I can do some calf raises. Ready and go. Good. Back to work. If you're doing the calf raises, really pause at the top for a second, especially when you're on both feet. When you're single leg, you don't have to pause because that's hard enough. But when you've got both feet on the ground, really pause, let the ankles do the work of holding you up. Good. And rest. Already 1 minute done. We've got 3 more minutes of work here. Then we'll come down for core. And go. Good. For the calf raises, especially, but really with any balance work, if you're focusing too much on trying to like stay standing, just grab the chair, a chair or the wall. I'd rather you get the work in for the full 20 seconds than worrying about kind of being wobbly. Good. Rest. Go. Almost there, guys. 3, 2, 1. Good. Halfway. 2 more minutes of work. I only did the last 1 minute of calf raises and I can feel my calves already. And go. So I'm sure those of you that have done the full 2 minutes are already feeling it. Good. One of the nice things, or like by design, one of the things about Tabatas as well, is 10 seconds is not really enough for your heart rate to come back down, right? So it's keeping your heart rate high and rest the entire time, but your muscles are getting that quick break to disengage. Go. There's a lot of research now that HIIT and Tabata style workouts are what is best for women in like perimenopause and menopause. I'll get there before any of you, so I'll let you know if it's true or not. But that is the new body of research is showing that that's what's best. And rest. Good. 2 more rounds. And go. Good. Also, I don't know if that rain ruined anybody else, but I chafed right here and I had no idea. And I got in the shower Saturday night and I literally yelped when the water hit like my sports bra line. I was like, so now I just put a bra on for you guys, but I've been braless all day because I'm like rubbed red right here. Good. Last one. 10 seconds left. Keep it moving. 3, 2, 1. Good, rest. All right, 1 minute, grab a quick sip of water if you want it. And then we're coming to the ground. There's so much more I could have put on the core list, but I tried to pick one or two things that we've done already so that, um, you know, it's a little bit familiar. So, bird dogs, I think we did these last week, but I don't really remember. Your hands are underneath your shoulders, feet are underneath your hips. You're going to reach opposite arm, opposite leg. You can alternate each time, or you can reach and crunch. And if you're doing the reach and crunch, you're going to stick on one side for the full 20 seconds and then switch to the other side the next 20 seconds. So we've got bird dogs. We've got plank option with the plank, because you could be saying, Jesse, 20 seconds of a plank is real dumb. And that's true a little bit. But it will get hard by the end of 4 minutes. But the option in the plank is also to just open up into a side plank for your 10 seconds so that your one shoulder gets a break, then come back to the center for 20, and then open up to the other side for your other 10. So that's an option for plank. And then we've got just good old fashioned crunches or leg lifts. Oh, there's the puppy. Where your back's on the ground, legs start straight up in the air, and you're just lowering the legs down. So pick whichever one you want. If you need a standing option because your dogs or cats are around, you could also grab a weight and just do a standing side bend instead. Um, you know, depending on how annoying the dog is going to be. And by annoying, I mean lovable. All right, here we go. Clock is starting. You've got 20 seconds. Ready and go. Good. 20 seconds of work. Yeah, look at you going for the plank. Bird dog's good. Are you crunching or switching? Claire's switching, T's crunching, Nicole's crunching. Nice job, guys. 3, 2, 1. Good. Rest. Or Claire B, you can open up into a side plank. You can totally take the rest, though. There is no shame in that.
Oh, I'm taking the rest.
Yeah, that's fair. And go. Good. Back to work. Verona, should we do some crunches with everybody? What do you think? Come here. Oh. And rest. Good. 1 minute done already. 3 minutes left. And go. For whatever reason, I don't think it's because we did them last. I think every time I do a Tabata, abs feels the quickest to me. I'm like, why is this 10 seconds really only 2 seconds long? Good. 5 seconds left. And rest. And go back to work. Good. This is your halfway point. You've got 2 minutes left after this. Nice job. 3, 2, 1, and rest. And back to work. See, doesn't that feel shorter than it did on all the other exercises? I don't know why. Good work. And rest. We've got 3 more. And go. Good. Good. Rest. 1 more minute. Everybody, as you're getting tired, think about your neck and just check in. Make sure you're keeping your gaze right in front of your mat for the bird dog so that your neck is neutral, and go. For the crunches, your eyes are on the ceiling. Nice. Yep. Almost there. 3, 2, 1. Good. Rest. We got one more. And go. Good. Last one. Last 20 seconds of work. Good. You've got 5, 4, 3, 2, and rest. Good. Come on down to the ground. I'm going to take you through some stretching. So that was 16 minutes of work time. We took 1 minute in between. So each exercise was really about 5 minutes, not 4 minutes with the rest. So if we weren't doing hills tomorrow, I probably would have had you pick, we would have done like 2 from each list. But since we're doing hills and the hills also have some strength in between tomorrow, we're just gonna do a little bit today. So if you're doing this later in the week, or if you're doing this on your own, just know that like this is what I would consider a quick workout, picking 4 of them, right? We did about 16 minutes of work. You probably want to pick like 6 to 8 of them to be a more complete workout. 6 to 8 moves. Okay. But nice and quick this evening. So come on down. Let's do the reclining twist first. So we're going to do a variation this week where we come into a figure 4. So first you're going to lay down. I'm going to go this way. Cross your ankle at your knee. And then the foot that's up in the air, you're going to drop that down to the ground so it comes across your body. So you're going to be in that reclined twist with your legs still in a figure 4 position. So keep the knee up towards the ceiling. Don't let it fall towards your chest so that it keeps it open. So you're stretching your back, your hip, your IT band. If this feels too intense, you can come down and you can just drop your knees to one side instead of doing this in the figure 4. Good. And then come on up, back to the center. Switch legs. Other ankle goes on top of the knee. And then drop your foot down to the ground. Take that. Oh, I am tighter on this side. Take the twist. You can turn and look over the opposite shoulder. So look away from the side that your legs are on if that feels good on your neck. Or you can keep your head in the center just looking up towards the ceiling. Good. Another 15 seconds here. And then just come back to the center. This one's not on the list, but it's one of my favorites right now. Just windshield wiper legs. So with your feet planted like you're going to do crunches, just letting your knees come from side to side, shoulders stay on the ground. And it's a really good release for the low back. So just one to keep kind of in your arsenal, especially when you're sitting a lot. Like I really like that one after like being in the car for a while or anything like that. Good. And then when you're ready, come on up into a tabletop. We're going to get into pigeon pose. So you can do that by coming into downward facing dog. You can do that right from tabletop if you have enough space. I have to come up, kind of create some space to bring my leg forward. And then you can stay up high or you can fold over. Oh, I have the hiccups. I drank too. I do love when you come to the ground and animals are like, oh, this is my time to play with you. Good. We've got another 15 seconds on this side. Let yourself just relax into it. Good. You can push back up into your downward facing dog. You can just kind of plop to the side to come out of this, whatever works for you, and then switch to the other side. So if you're coming to Loyola tomorrow, last time we were at Loyola, we met kind of in the front by the weird tower thing. This time, if you park on Millbrook, you should see me. I'll be standing at the top of the hill. There's a hill that leads from the paved circle that we ran down to the sidewalk at Millbrook and back up. It's a short hill. But that's what we're going to run. If you don't see us, just start coming around the loop as your warm up and you will eventually find me and everybody else. And relax. Good. Plop down. Bring your toes together, knees apart, and then push back into child's pose. Let your fingertips come forward, walk them forward, keep it active. It's an active child's pose so that you get the kind of tug on your spine as you work to sit your hips down on top of your heels. Good. You can let your forehead and the tip of your nose relax down onto the mat. Of course, just as, oh, there's Dom. Dom, if her hips are not touching her heels, you can push her hips down until they touch her heels. He's like, I'm not getting in trouble. I'm not going to get off the couch. Oh, there he goes. Yeah, if there's somebody close that can just kind of put some pressure on your hips, you'll get a little bit more of a stretch. And rest. Good. Come on up. That's it. That was 30 minutes of work, guys. Good job. A show of hands, who's coming tomorrow morning that's on here? It's too late for you, right, Nicole, to get to work on time? Yeah, that's what I thought. Cool. All right. Well, I will see some of you in the morning. Otherwise, I will look on Strava later. Any questions before we hop off?
Is that where we were running last Tuesday? Is that
It's where we did our timed mile 2 Tuesdays ago.
I didn't do that. Okay. I'm just gonna
so
put it in my
the
GPS.
intersection is in the email, but it's the corner of Millbrook and Cold Spring. So it's by Loyola's main campus, not their track, which is by Hopkins. But if you put in Millbrook and Cold Spring, it'll get you there.
Okay.
It's a nice 0.4-mile paved loop. It's delightful. It's actually probably closer to you.
What is the
right off 83?
Hmm.
Claire, were you?
Jesse, what is the strength work you were alluding to in the workout? I did not see that in Final Surge, so I didn't know if it was a fun surprise or if I didn't have it.
It might not be in Final Surge. I'm just gonna make you do squats or jumping jacks at the, each hill.
Huh.
Just fun stuff.
To take our hands down that we won't be. No, I'm kidding.
No, you can't. I'm planning to bring my exercise dice. So it will be a fun surprise, but yeah. I won't even know what you're doing, but yeah. Yeah, and it doesn't have to be every lap. It could be like every 2 hills. We'll just see. We'll see what the vibe is in the morning. The vibe can't be no strength. That's the only option. But, I could be convinced for every 2 hills because it's 10 tomorrow, right? Yeah. So, cool. And then we'll do core if we have time, if it's before 7 o'clock when we finish, which usually the hill workout is a little bit shorter. So bring a mat, because last time we were there, the grass was not cut and it was very long. So bring a mat if you have one. I have 2 in my car, so if you do forget one, I've got a couple extras, but I will see some of you tomorrow.
Cool.
Bye. Oh, I forgot to stop the recording. Oh, well.